students, myself Miss Vaishali Dekate. Welcome to my channel. I am teaching you subject Maths 1 Algebra in Standard 10th. In this video we will continue with our chapter number 1 Linear Equations in Two Variables. We will solve questions from practice set 1.3. But before that, subscribe my channel by pressing subscribe at right side. Press the bell icon also to get my all videos of Standard 10th. Practice set 1.3. Children, in practice set 1.1 we have solved simultaneous equation by using elimination method. In practice set 1.2 we have used the method of graph. We have solved simultaneous equation graphically. Solving simultaneous equation means what? Getting the values of x and y, values of variables in the equations. Here also in practice set 1.3 we will be solving the equations, simultaneous equations, but the method is different. So what is that method? That method is known as determinant method. What is determinant? Let us see in question number 1. The arrangement of numbers written in this way in two vertical lines is known as determinant. There are two columns and two rows. Two columns means these numbers written in vertical arrangement. That means first column is of numbers 3, 4. Second column is of numbers 2, 5. And rows means horizontal arrangement. First row is of 3, 2. Second row is of numbers 4, 5. So in such a way the numbers can be written from the simultaneous equation. These numbers are nothing but the coefficients of the terms. So that we will see in our question number 3 how to write. Here only the determinant is given and we will have to solve. So children, this determinant method was introduced by Swiss mathematician Cramer, and that's why this method is known as Cramer's method also. So let us see how to solve. So in determinant, for solving the determinant we have to multiply in cross. That means first we will have to take this first number from first column 3 multiply by 5. In such a way in cross we will have to multiply 3 into 5 we will be writing, then minus sign is there, and then 2 into 4. Okay, in such a way we will have to subtract in cross manner. So 3 into 5 is 15 and 2 into 4 is 8. It is given. So 15 minus 8, answer is 7. In this way we will have to solve the determinant. So in question number 2 we will have to find the values of determinant. We will be solving by same method. So let us solve this first sum. So this is first sum from question number 2. First column is minus 1, 2, second column is 7, 4. So let us see how to solve this. As I have told you, we will be applying the method of cross multiplication. This is determinant, so write D is equal to determinant. D is equal to, write this determinant, minus 1, 2, 7, 4. And now we will cross multiply. First write the first number from first column, which is minus 1. We put inside the bracket, it is having minus sign, so put inside the bracket minus 1 multiply by 4. Okay, in this way we will have to multiply in cross manner. Then minus sign, first number from second column 7 multiply by this 2, 7 into 2. Now let us multiply. Minus 1 into 4 is minus 4, minus 7 2s are 14, minus 4 minus 14 is minus 18. So in this way we have to solve in this cross manner. Okay, now let us see our second sum. Second sum is, I will be directly writing the solution. D is equal to, given determinant is 5 minus 7, 3, 0. Now let us cross multiply. 5 into 0 minus 3 into minus 7. This is negative number, put inside the bracket. Now 5 into 0, 0 multiply by any number, answer is 0. Minus minus will become plus. 3 into 7 is 21. So it will be 0 plus 21 is 21. Answer is plus 21. Now let us go on third solution. Now see children, in third sum we are having fractions. 7 upon 3, 3 upon 2, 5 upon 3, 1 upon 2. These are the separate numbers. 7 upon 3 is one number, 3 upon 2 second, 5 upon 3 fourth, 1 upon 2 fifth. Fractions are given. These are not 8 different numbers. Okay, always keep this in mind. These are the fractions. So let us write the solution. D is equal to 7 upon 3, 3 upon 2, 5 upon 3 and 1 upon 2. Now let us cross multiply. 7 upon 3 multiply by 1 upon 2 minus 5 upon 3 multiply by 3 upon 2. Okay, 7 upon 3 multiply by 1 upon 2 and 5 upon 3 multiply by 3 upon 2. Now let us multiply. If you want, you can cancel 3 here and you will get 5 upon 2. But I am not going to cancel because I will be getting same denominator when I multiply. So I will multiply. So in multiplication we will have to multiply numerator with numerator, denominator with denominator. So let us multiply. 7 ones are 7, 3 twos are 6 minus 5 threes are 15 and 3 twos are 6. So in this way we are getting 6 in the denominator. If we had cancelled this 3 we would have got 5 upon 2 and then we will have to solve it by cross multiplication. Now here in this fraction we don't require to solve it by cross multiplication as the denominator is same. So as when the denominator is same, how we solve it? We write the denominator one time and whatever is there in the numerator we will have to do that. Here subtraction is there, so we will do the subtraction of numerator. So 7 minus 15. It is very simple. So always see that your sum should become very simple. If you cancel this 3, it will become 5 upon 2. Then 7 upon 6 minus 5 upon 2. You will have to cross multiply. Here we don't require cross multiplication. 6 common denominator we write one time and we will subtract the numerator. Now 7 minus 5 is minus 8. Plus minus will become minus. Sign of bigger number. Minus 8 upon 6. This number can be reduced. Then it can be cancelled. So 2 3s are 6. 2 4s are 8. So answer is minus 4 upon 3. In this way we can solve these determinants. Question number 3 is solve the following simultaneous equations using Cramer's rule. Cramer's rule means what? We will have to use determinant method. So how to form the determinants from these given simultaneous equations? As you all can observe here, all the simultaneous equations are in the form ax plus by is equal to c. That means x term plus y term is equal to constant term. All the equations are in that particular format. So two linear equations are there. We all know simultaneous equations means two linear equations. When we consider at the same time, they are known as simultaneous equations. So how to form determinants from these given equations, that is very important. If you compare these two equations with this standard form of linear equation ax plus by plus is equal to c, then you can form the determinants. But as two equations are there, they both cannot be written as ax plus by plus is equal to c. Coefficients are different. So though x and y terms are same, but their coefficients are different. So coefficients can be taken as a1 and b1 for first equation, a2 and b2 for the second equation, and c1 for the constant of first equation term and then c2 for the constant term of second equation. So in this way we can compare a1x b1y is equal to c1 and a2x plus b2y is equal to c2, these two equations with these two equations, and then we can put in the format of determinant. Let me show you. As you all can see, Here two equations are taken, a1x plus b1y is equal to c1, and second equation is a2x plus b2y is equal to c2. Now how to form the determinant? First we have to form determinant for D, capital D. What should be written? Which coefficient should be written? Coefficient of x terms, that is a1, a2 in first column. Coefficient of y terms, that is b1, b2 in the second column. So D determinant is coefficient of x term and coefficient of y terms. We should not take constant. Okay, there are only two columns and two rows in the determinants. There is not that means other columns are not there. Third column, fourth columns are not there. Only two columns and two rows. So in D determinant we have to write coefficient of x, that is a1, a2, coefficient of y, b1, b2. Then we will have to find out determinant of x, dx. What should be written inside the determinant? First we have to write constant terms, and then we have to write coefficient of y. See, for dx, coefficient of x are not written. There we cannot see coefficient of x there. Coefficient of x are a1, a2. But in determinant of x, we should not write coefficient of x. First we have to write constant term, and then we have to write coefficient of y, c1, c2, b1, b2. Then we have to find determinant of y. So as in determinant of x we did not write coefficient of x, in determinant of y we should not write coefficient of y. So we have to write coefficient of x and constant term. We have to write in this order only. For determinant of x, first write coefficient terms, and then first write constant terms and then write coefficients of y. In determinant of y we have to write coefficient of x first and then constant term. The order should not be changed. You cannot write b1, b2 and c1, c2. You have to write c1, c2, b1, b2. Okay. For dy you have to write a1, a2 and then c1, c2. So after writing in the determinant format, solve it in cross multiplication, get the values of d, dx and dy, and after that we can find the values of variables. We all know solving the simultaneous equation means getting the value of variables x and y. So for getting the value of variable x, what we have to do? We have to divide value of dx upon value of d, dx upon d, and for y we have to divide dy upon d. So let us see how to solve the sums by using this method of Cramer's rule. Very easy method, no hassle, no difficulty. You can solve very easily. So let us solve first sum. First sum, two equations are 3x minus 4y is equal to 10 and 4x plus 3y is equal to 5. So I have written the equations on my page. I will zoom in so you all can see it very clearly. Now see children, I will be writing solution here. Here I will be start writing solution only. This will be equation number 1. This is equation number 2. Okay. Now as I have shown you here, we will be comparing these equations with a1x, b1y, c1. At least for first sum we will be comparing, and then from second sum we can directly write down, or if you want you can follow the method of comparison. So let us write. Let us compare given equations with a1x plus b1y is equal to c1 and a2x plus b2y is equal to c2. Okay. So let us compare and write down the coefficients. That means what? We will be writing the values of a1, b1, c1 and a2, b2, c2. So a1, therefore a1 is equal to 3. Okay, we will be comparing equation 1 with this. So a1 is 3. b1 is minus 4. This b1 is minus 4. And c1 is equal to 10. Constant term is 10. Now let us compare equation number 2 with a2x plus b2y is equal to c2. So a2 means 4. a2 is equal to 4. Then b2 is equal to plus 3. b2 is plus 3 and c2 is plus 5. So in this way, first compare these coefficients with a1, b1, c1 and a2, b2, c2, and then we will be writing the determinant. D is equal to, determinant D is equal to what I have shown you. In determinant D we have to write coefficients of x and coefficients of y. That means we will have to write a1, a2 and b1, b2. So let us write a1, a2, b1, b2. So a1 is 3, a2 is 4, b1 is minus 4 and b2 is plus 3. Now cross multiply and get the answer. 3 into 3, okay, 3 into 3 minus 4 into plus 4, minus 4 into plus 4. 3 3s are 9, minus minus will become plus. 4 plus 4 is, 4 into 4 is 16, not plus, we will have to do multiplication. 4 4s are 16. Multiplication of these two coefficients minus multiplication of these two coefficients. So here minus minus becomes plus. 4 4s are 16 we write here. 9 plus 16 is 25. So D is equal to, we have got 25. Okay. So first determinant value we have got. Now let us get dx value. So dx is the determinant where we should not write the coefficient of x. We will have to write c1, c2, and b1, b2. So let us write c1, c2, b1, b2. That means constant terms and coefficient of y term. So constant is 10, 5 and coefficient of y are minus 4 and 3. Now multiply 10 multiply by 3 minus 4 multiply by 5, cross multiply we have done. 10 3s are 30, minus minus become plus. 4 5s are 20, 30 plus 20 is 50. So in this way we have got the value for dx also. So let us write, therefore dx is equal to 50. Now let us find the value of determinant dy. I will be writing on this side now. Okay, everything is visible now properly. Now dy. dy means we should not write the coefficients of y. We have to write a1, a2, that means coefficient of x, and c1, c2 constant terms. So a1, a2 values are 3, 4 and c1, c2 values are 10, 5. Now cross multiply. 3 into 5 minus 10 into 4. 3 5s are 15. 10 4s are 40. Plus 15 minus 40. What will be the answer? Minus 25. Sign of bigger number we will have to write. And therefore dy is equal to minus 25. So in this way we will have to get the values of determinant d, dx and dy. Okay. So dy is a1, a2, c1, c2. That means 3, 4, 10y. 3 into 5 minus 10 into 4. 15 minus 40 is equal to minus 25. Now we will have to get the values of variable x and y. So we all know x is equal to dx upon d. Dx value we have got 50 here. If you all can see here, it is 50. Upon d value we have got 25. So 25 ones are 25, 25 twos are 50 is equal to 2. So x is equal to 2 we have got. Now let us get y is equal to dy upon d. dy we have got minus 25. d is 25. 25 ones are 25, so we have got minus 1. Y value is minus 1. So in this way we have got the solution. In the end we should get the solution. Solving any equation means we should get the solution values of variables. X value is 2, y value is minus 1. So in this way we will be solving all the sums. If you want, you can write this A1, A2, B1, B2, or you can directly write this coefficients of X, coefficients of Y. Then here constant terms, coefficient of Y. Here coefficient of X, constant terms, and then solve. So from second question we will be directly writing the values. We are not going to write A1, A2, B1, B2 like this. Okay, so let us solve second sum. Now second equation, 4x plus 3y minus 4 is equal to 0 and 6x is equal to 8 minus 5y. So always before solving, you have to check whether the given equation is in this format or not. Ax plus by is equal to c. That means x and y term should be on the left hand side of equal to sign and constant term should be on the right hand side of the equal to sign. So if it is not in this format, you will have to make or bring this equation in this format. Okay, so always see that by using Cramer's rule we will have to see this. I will be solving the equations so that we will get it in the format of ax plus by is equal to c. So let us first write this equation number 1, 4x plus 3y minus 4 is equal to 0, and therefore 4x plus 3y minus 4, we transfer, it becomes plus 4. 0 plus 4 will be plus 4. So this is equation number 1. Now second equation is 6x is equal to 8 minus 5y. Now this minus 5y is on the left hand side, we will have to bring it in the right hand side. So 6x as it is I write, minus 5y will become plus 5y is equal to this 8 as it is. 8 we are not transferring, 8 is on the right hand side, we will have to keep it on the right hand side. Only minus 5y we have transferred from right to left, so it becomes plus 5y. Now this is our equation number 2. Now we will be writing by using Cramer's rule. Now here I am not going to compare, I will be directly writing determinant D. In determinant D we will have to write the coefficients of x and y. So here coefficient of x are 4 and 6, correct? X coefficients are 4 and 6. So 4, 6. Y coefficients are plus 3 plus 5. Plus 3 plus 5. Now we will be solving by cross multiplication. 4 into 5 minus 3 into 6. Solve it. 4 5s are 20. 3 6s are 18. 20 minus 18 is 2. And therefore determinant D is equal to 2. First value we have got. Now let us get the second determinant, which is dx. So dx I will be writing. In dx we first write constant terms. So constant terms are 4 and 8. So we write 4 8. And then in second column we write the coefficients of y. For dx we don't use coefficient of x. We will be writing coefficients of y. So coefficients of y are 3 and 5. So I write 3 5 is equal to 4 into 5 cross multiply minus 3 into 8. 4 5s are 20. 3 into 8 is 24. 20 minus 24 is minus 4. Correct. So dx we have got minus 4. And therefore dx is equal to minus 4. Now let us find out dy. Okay. So dy, here I will be writing dy is equal to, now we write coefficients of x. Coefficients of x are 4, 6 and then constant 4, 8. Now cross multiply. 4 into 8 minus 4 into 6. 28 minus 24. So answer is, sorry, it is not 28, is it 32. Four eights are 32. Minus 24 is, answer is 8. So dy we have got 8. So in this way we have got d value, dx value and dy value. Now we can get the values of x and y. Therefore x is equal to dx upon d, which will be equal to minus 4 upon 2. 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4. So answer is minus 2. Y value is dy upon d. So dy we have got 8. D is 2. 2 ones are 2, 2 fours are 8. So y is 4. So in this way we have got the solution. Solution xy is equal to minus 2, 4. Very easy. Now third sum, x plus 2y is equal to minus 1, 2x minus 3y is equal to 12. It is in this format. X and y terms are on the left hand side and constant terms are on the right hand side. So it is in the format. So we don't require to change anything. We will directly start solving the sum. So this is equation number 1. This is equation number 2. We can see that in equation number 1, x coefficient is 1. Nothing is there means 1 is there. Y coefficient is 2. Is equal to constant is minus 1. We have to write with minus sign. Okay. In equation number 2, x coefficient is 2. Y coefficient is minus 3. And constant term is 12. Let us start by using Cramer's rule. We write determinant d is equal to, in determinant d we write coefficient of x and y. X coefficients are 1 and 2. So 1, 2. Y coefficients are 2 and minus 3. Now let us cross multiply. 1 into minus 3 minus 2 into 2. So 1 into minus 3 will be minus 3, minus 2 twos are 4. So answer is minus 3 minus 4, minus minus plus. But sign will be minus because both the numbers are having minus sign. So 3 plus 4 is 7. Therefore d we have got minus 7. Now let us find out dy. Dy is, sorry, first dx and then dy. In dx first we write constants, minus 1, 12. Then we write coefficients of y, which is 2, 2 and minus 3. 2 minus 3. Now let us cross multiply minus 1 into minus 3. Both are having negative, that means minus sign. So we will be putting them in the bracket. Minus 1 into minus 3 minus 2 into 12. So minus minus will become plus. 1 3s are 3. In multiplication minus minus will become plus. We all know. Then 12 2s are 24. 3 minus 24 will be minus 21. Minus plus will become minus and sign of bigger number. So bigger number is having minus sign. So answer will have minus sign, minus 24. Minus 24 plus 3 is minus 21. And therefore dx is equal to minus 21. So determinant of x we have got. Now we will have to get determinant of y. So dy is equal to, we will have to write the coefficient of x, that is 1 and 2, and then we will have to write constants, -1 and 12. Now let us cross multiply. 1 into 12 minus 1 into 2 minus 1 into 2. So 1 into 12 will be 12, minus minus plus, 1 2s are 2. So it is 12 plus 2 means 14, and therefore dy is equal to 14. Now after getting the values of d, dx and dy, what should be done? We will have to get the values of x and y. Unless and until you get the values of x and y, we cannot say that equations are solved. Okay, so you have to get the values of x and y for solving the equation. X is equal to dx upon d. Dx we have got -21 upon d is -7, -21 upon -7, minus minus cancel, 7 1s are 7, 7 3s are 21. X is equal to 3 we have got, y is equal to dy upon d. dy is 14, d is -7, 7 1s are 7, 7 2s are 14. 14 doesn't have minus sign, so this minus sign we have to put in front of 2, so it will be -2, and therefore solution we should write in the end. Let's go on next sum. Fourth equations are 6x minus 4y is equal to -12. 8x minus 3y is equal to -2. Again we can see it is in the format of ax plus by is equal to c. That means x and y terms are on the left hand side, constant terms are on the right hand side. So let us solve. We don't require to make any change here. We should start our solution by writing the numbers to the equations. Then start by using Cramer's rule. First we write determinant d is equal to coefficients of x and coefficients of y in the columns. 6 and 8 are the coefficients of x, and y coefficients are having negative sign, so write with the negative sign, -4, -3. Now cross multiply. 6 multiply by -3 minus -4 multiply by 8. So 6 into -3, minus sign we will have to put, plus into minus will be minus. 6 3s are 18. Now here minus minus will become plus sign. 8 4s are 32. Plus minus will become minus, and sign of bigger number, that means the answer will have plus sign. Plus sign we don't write. 32 minus 18, what will be the answer? 14. And therefore d is equal to 14 we have got. Now let us get determinant dx. In determinant dx we first write the constant terms, -12 minus 2. Write with minus sign. If it is having negative sign, write with that sign, otherwise you will make the mistake. Now after writing the constant term, we have to write the coefficient of y, -4 -3. Okay, now cross multiply -12 into -3. Both the numbers are having negative sign, put inside the bracket, minus -4 into -2. So all the numbers we have to put inside the bracket. Minus minus plus, so we don't require to give the sign. 12 3s are 36. Now see children, here minus minus plus, and plus into minus minus. Okay, for if you multiply this minus minus, it becomes plus. Okay, and plus minus will become minus. 4 2s are 8. 36 minus 8, what will be the answer? Plus 28, because sign of 36 is plus and in answer we give the sign of bigger number. So dx is equal to 28. Now let us find out dy. dy is equal to, first we write a1 a2, that means what? Coefficient of x 6 8. Then we write constant terms minus 12 minus 2. Cross multiply 6 into minus 2 minus 12 into 8. 6 into minus 2 will be minus, plus minus minus sign, 6 2s are 12, minus minus plus. Okay, 12 8s are 96. Plus minus will become minus, sign of bigger number. Bigger number is having plus sign, so we should put plus sign, which cannot be written here. Now 96 minus 12, what will be the answer? 6 minus 2 is 4. 9 minus 1 is 8. So 84 is the answer. dy is equal to 84. So in this way we have got the values of d, dx and dy. Now write the values of x. Therefore x is equal to dx upon d. dx we have got 28, d is 14. 14 ones are 14, 14 twos are 28. So x we have got 2. Now y value is dy upon d. Always write this, y is equal to dy upon d. It is very important to write. dy is 84, d is 14. 14 ones are and 14 6 are. 14 6 are 84. And therefore we have got the solution. xy is 2 6. Solution xy 2 6. Fifth sum, 4m plus 6n is equal to 54 and 3m plus 2n is equal to 28. See children, here in place of x and y, variables m and n are used, but they are in the proper format, because variable terms are on the left hand side and the constant terms are on the right hand side in both these equations. So we don't require to make any changes over here. We can directly write and we can apply the Cramer's rule. So by using Cramer's rule, now let us write determinant d. In determinant d we write the coefficient of first terms and coefficient of second terms. Here we will be writing coefficient of m and coefficient of n terms. So m coefficients are 4 3. First column we write 4 3. Second column we write 6 2. 6 and 2. Now cross multiply 4 into 2. 4 into 2 minus 6 into 3. 4 2s are 8, 6 3s are 18, minus sign is there. Plus minus will become minus, sign of bigger number. That means 18 is having minus sign, so answer will have minus sign. 18 minus 8 is 10, and therefore d we have got minus 10. Now let us get, now in place of writing dx we will be writing dm. First variable is m, so we will be writing dm. Don't write dx now. According to the variables given in the question, we will have to write here determinant of m, determinant of n. If pq are given, then we should write determinant of p, determinant of q, like that. So here m is given, so that's why we will have to write dm. Now constant terms 54 28. As dm is there, we should not write the coefficient of m. We will have to write the coefficients of n, 6 and 2. Now cross multiply 54 into 2. minus 6 into 28. 6 into 28. 54 into 2, 6 into 28. 54 into 2, 2 4s are 8, 2 5s are 10, 108 minus 28 into 6, 6 8s are 48, 8 written, 4 carrying, 6 2s are 12, 12 plus 4 is 12 plus 4 is 16, 168. So 108 minus 168, minus plus minus will become minus, sign of bigger number will be minus, okay, and 168 minus 108 will be 60. 8 minus 8 0, 6 minus 0 is 6, and 1 minus 1 is 0, so answer is minus 60, and therefore dm is equal to minus 60. Now let us find out dn. Next variable is n. We first write coefficients of m. We are not going to write the coefficients of n now. Coefficients of term having variable m are 4, 3. Then we write the constants, which is 54 and 28. Cross multiply 4 into 28 minus 3 into 54, or 54 into 3 also we can write. Now let us solve. Here 4 8s are 32, 3 carrying, 4 2s are 8, 8 plus 3 11, 112. Now 3 into 54, 3 4s are 12, 2 written, 1 carrying, 3 5s are 15, 15 plus 1 is 16. So 112 minus 162, plus minus will become minus, sign of bigger number. 162 minus 112 will be 50, and therefore dn is equal to minus 50. So in this way all these three values we have got, all three determinants. Now let us find out the values of variable. First variable is m, so m will be equal to dm upon d. dm we have got minus 60, upon d is minus 10, minus minus cancel, 10 1s are 10, 10 6s are 60, so m is equal to 6. Now n value dn upon d is equal to minus 50 upon minus 10, again minus minus cancel, 10 1s are 10, 10 5s are 50, that means n is equal to 5. So in this way we have got the solution. mn is equal to 6 5. Now let us see this last sum from the question. 2x plus 3y is equal to 2 and x minus y upon 2 is equal to 1 upon 2. Both these equations are in this format. Ax plus by is equal to c. That means x and y terms are on the left hand side and constant term is on the right hand side. First equation we can solve very easily because we can see that coefficients are 2, 3 and constant term is 2. But here coefficient of x is 1. Coefficient of y will be minus 1 upon 2. Fraction. Constant is also fraction, 1 upon 2. So when the fraction is there, it has become little difficult to solve. You can keep 1 upon 2 and minus 1 upon 2 as it is, and then you can solve, or otherwise as 2 is there in the denominator, just multiply this full equation by 2 and get the coefficient as whole numbers. That is up to you how to solve, but I will be solving it by multiplying the equation by 2. Okay, I will make it simple. I will make this equation very simple and then I will solve. First equation we don't need to do any changes, so I will be writing first equation as it is. 2x plus 3y is equal to 2 will be our equation number 1. But for equation 2, I will be writing this equation first. Now, x minus y upon 2 is equal to 1 upon 2. Multiply both sides by 2. So, I will be multiplying by 2, 2 into x minus 2 into y upon 2 is equal to 2 into 1 upon 2. So we have multiplied throughout the equation by 2. So here we have got 2 into x is 2x, 2 cancel, only y minus y, and again 2 cancel, we are getting 1. So the equation has become simple now. And while writing in the determinant, we will get the whole numbers or integers which are not in the fraction form. So it will become easy to multiply and solve the equations. So let us first write d. D is determinant having coefficients of x and y. So here coefficient of x is 2. Here also coefficient of x is 2. 2, 2. Here coefficient of y is 3. And here coefficient of y is minus 1. Nothing is there means 1 is there always. So here it is minus 1. Now cross multiply and solve. 2 into minus 1. Write very carefully. Here it is 2 into minus 1. Minus 3 into 2. So 2 into minus 1 is minus 2. Minus 3 2s are 6. Minus minus will become plus. Both numbers are having negative sign. So answer will also have negative sign. 2 plus 6 is 8. And therefore D we have got 8. Now let us get dy and dx. First we will have to get dx. Dx is constant. Constant is 2x plus 3y is equal to 2 is there, correct? Constant is 2 and 1. And coefficient of y, we should not write coefficient of x now. Coefficient of y is 3 here and here minus 1. 3 and minus 1. Cross multiply. 2 multiply by minus 1 minus 3 multiply by 1. 3 into 1. 2 into minus 1 is minus 2. 3 into 1 is 3. Minus 2 minus 3 is minus 5. So dx is equal to minus 5. Now let us get the value for dy. Dy is equal to coefficients of x. We should not write coefficient of y now. 2 are the coefficients of x, and then we will have to write the constant terms 2 and 1. Multiply 2 into 1 minus 2 into 2. 2 into 1 is 2 minus 2 into 2 is 4. 2 minus 4, minus sign we will have to write because bigger number is having minus sign. 4 minus 2 is 2. So 2 minus 4 is minus 2. Therefore dy is equal to minus 2. Now we have got all three determinants d, dx and dy. We should get the values of x and y. X is equal to dx upon d. Dx we have got minus 5. D we have got minus 8. Minus minus cancel. 8 and 5 cannot be cancelled. We have to write as it is 5 upon 8. No cancellation, it cannot be reduced. Now y is equal to dy upon d. Dy is minus 2. D is minus 8. Minus minus cancel. 2 1s are 2. 2 4s are 8. 1 upon 4. So in this way we have got the solution. Write the solution now. Therefore solution xy is equal to 5 upon 8 and 1 upon 4. So children, in this way we can solve all these sums by using Cramer's rule. Very easy method. Cramer's has introduced this method to us, and in the end solving the equation means getting the values of variables from the equation. Thank you for watching my video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe.